Hi everyone, in this video we're going to explain how you can watch VR videos on your mobile device. Okay, so this is very easy, it's very straightforward. You just need to basically configure a couple of applications and you need some equipment as well. So we're going to explain everything that you need to do fairly quickly and this should be accessible to everyone. Okay, so we'll dive straight in. The first thing that you need is the equipment. So you will first of all need a VR headset. Okay, now there are loads of different types of these. If you don't have one already, there are some links down in the description below to some popular ones, so feel free to go ahead and get one of those off Amazon, etc. They range between $10 and $100. It really depends on the kind of products that you're actually looking for and ultimately the quality. You always get what you pay for. Okay, so work within your budget. Make sure that you've got a VR headset. If you've already got one, great. Okay, just two things to clarify before we move on. When you are buying a VR headset, make sure that your phone fits that device. Okay, so when you look at the specifications, you'll see this in some of the links below. You'll notice that they have a measuring range. It's usually from 4.5 to 7 inches, and that's your screen size or your phone size essentially. So make sure that the device that you're going to use with your VR player and your phone, that they are compatible with one another, and that is usually just a measurement. Okay, another thing to mention is that if you have a Samsung and you have purchased a Samsung Gear VR, do not follow the rest of this guide. You need to follow my other guide for how to do that exactly. There's inbuilt software with the Samsung and the Samsung Gear VR and they conflict together, and I've given a video to explain how to remove all that and get it working properly basically. So follow the link that should be on the screen now to watch that video instead. Okay, so the rest of the equipment that you'll need is a smartphone, hopefully you've already got one, and also some VR content as well. Okay, you can get that off the internet, etc. So wherever you get that, absolutely up to you. Okay, so once you've got all your equipment, you then need one other thing, and that's it. And that is an application. Okay, now we're going to use an application called VR Player Free. I've actually got the Pro version, so free or Pro doesn't matter. This is available on the App Store if you're an Apple customer. It's also available on the Google Play Store if you use an Android. Okay, now I'll put the links in the description below for this. It's a great product, support them, buy the Pro version. You know, you get a few more extra bits and you're supporting someone at the end of the day. Okay, go ahead, download that application now. Okay, and open that application on your mobile phone. Now when you open this, you'll see something that looks very similar to this. Okay, basically open your application up and turn your phone horizontally so it looks like this. Now, if you cannot see what look like two eyepieces like in the image above, what you need to do is press what would be this button here where I'm highlighting. This button would on your phone look like a phone. Press that and you'll see that you get the two different images on the screen. Okay, this is the application. This is where you open your content from, and when you've opened it in here, you basically press play and you slide your device into your headset, make sure the screen faces you, and then you're pretty much ready to go. But rather than just leave you there, I'm going to explain a few bits about the application to try and help you get the best out of your VR films, etc. that you're watching. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is what's called the projection. Now, the projection is basically the way that the film that you are trying to watch is actually filmed. And there are some couple of different types. The most common ones for VR are 180 for 180 degrees, which is basically half of a room. Imagine that as everything that you can see in front of you, but nothing that you can see behind. And the other type, which is very common, is what's called 360, where basically you have an image of the entire room, so you can look around behind you, up, down, etc. Okay? I'm going to mention one more thing as well, and that's if you just want to watch a 3D film, you can do this in this application as well. Now, depending on what you're actually using, whether you're watching a 180 video, a 360 video, or a 3D movie, the projection is really important, okay? Because that basically tells the application how that scene has been filmed to make sure that it's all compatible and that it works properly. Okay, so a few recommendations that I have. Basically, if you press this button here, so I'm highlighting it now, this is the projections button. If you press that, you'll get a number of options. Okay, my recommendations are the following. If you have a 360 VR video, press sphere. If you have a 180 VR video, press dome or full dome. And for anything else, including your 3D only films, press plane. Okay? Once you've selected and chosen your selected projection, you then need to tell the app two more things. You'll see this button here, it says LR. Okay? What this button is it's defining whether the VR video is filmed in one of two formats. Now, 90% of the videos are filmed in what's called side-by-side, so left-right. So that's where you have one of your images on the left-hand side and one of the images on the right-hand side. But there is another type of VR which is called top-down or over-under. That is where the actual raw file displays as the top image is set above the other image. Now, like I said, those aren't as common as the other types, but you do need to make sure that you get this correct, otherwise it probably looks completely bonkers if you try to watch it. So, to work out whether your film or your VR media is left, right, or top down, basically just open that video in a normal video player. If it's left, right, you will see one image by the side of another. If it's top down or above and under, you'll see one image on the top and one image on the bottom. So basically, just double check that you've got it correctly and set this setting to the correct version. Once you've done that, you're then ready to basically open the media. If you press these three buttons here, you'll get the option to open file, navigate to where your content is stored, press it, it opens up, press play, slide your phone into your headset, and you're good to go. Okay, I hope that's been easy enough. I hope you've managed to follow along. If you have any questions, please drop them into the comments section below. And if it's helped you out, please like or subscribe to the channel. It always helps us out. And remember, just double check those links below for the different headsets that are available and also the apps that you need to be able to follow this guide thoroughly. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.